When I met Puff years ago, I met him through a young lady named Lenote Blacknor, who introduced us.
You know how I know that you've known him for a long time? You call him Puff.
Yeah.
Only people that like met him in the '90s call him by that.
Yeah. And I remember me and Puff being at the party. This is when Def Jam was doing their thing, and for all the young people to know, tell you, me and he used to sit right next to each other. And Puff said, "T, I want you to host my Bad Boy of Comedy thing that was gonna come out on HBO." And
what year is this?
This is in the 90s.
90s?
Yeah, this is in the 90s.
Is Biggie still alive at this point?
Biggie's still alive.
Oh, wow.
So it's like 96, 97.
Damn.
And what's crazy about Biggie, I was with Biggie the day he died.
Really?
And I was with Tupac the day he died.
What?
Yeah, both times.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, both times. So when Tupac was in Vegas, we all hung out together during that day. And
so you were at the Tyson fight too?
I was at the Tyson fight.
Oh, shit.
So there's a mall in Vegas, and I don't know why I took what this thing called fat burners. I wasn't fat, but you think you're doing it. So I took these pills. I'm trying to lose weight, always trying to stay in shape, always trying to better my body. We all went to the fight, but I was drinking, and something about the alcohol didn't mix with the fat burners.
Oh yeah.
So I said I had to go. My body was high.
Most fat burners are they're stimulants. It's just caffeine, bro.
Yeah, I wasn't feeling good.
Yeah.
And I went to my hotel room. I'm laying in bed feeling like I'm about to die. I was in there for like 6 days.
Oh,
and I'm watching the news, and I saw that Tupac had got shot. And the day I got well, that I could fly, I was on my way to Charlotte to do a show, and that's the day that he died. The thing with Biggie, when we was all in LA,
Question: were you hanging out with him? Like you would have been? Were you just there?
No. We just all cool. I don't think I'd have been in the car with them.
You weren't. Okay. You would have been at the fight.
I was well respected. Like Suge, the reason why I'm well respected because me and Suge was real tight.
Okay. Gotcha.
And Suge used to be my bodyguard on tour with NWA. Me and the DOC. So I seen Suge grow from a bodyguard to one of the most powerful men in the music industry.
Okay.
And he always, Suge used to pick me up. We go ride, hang out. To this day, Suge's my guy.
So hypothetically, like let's say you didn't get sick, do you think you would have been with that entourage that got involved in that fight?
No, I made it to the party. The party, because they was on their way. This happened before they got to the party. So I was already there before they got there. And I got sick.
Okay. So you left?
Yeah, so I left.
And just so the audience knows, because some of them might be like, what the fuck you talking about? That night, guys, there was a big Tyson fight in Vegas, and Tupac and a bunch of guys from Death Row beat this Crip up.
Right.
In a
I was
hotel
around
lobby.
there. Anything that, and people will tell you, I'm friends with people, but because I'm much older than everybody, I always move my own lane.
You're like the cool uncle that's there
exactly
with the people.
Right.
So
I don't hang out with you.
Right. I know Pac and them beat up this dude.
Yes,
that
they
dude,
did.
Yeah.
Orlando Anderson.
Yes. Who was a Crip. Right. There was some beef. Like his people had stolen a chain from somebody from Death Row. They saw him at the casino and they beat his ass. It's on video. Then when they were getting ready, they went back to the hotel, changed, and they were going to go to a nightclub. Were you already there at that?
Yeah,
nightclub?
I was already at the nightclub.
Okay, so they were going there, and you would have seen them if they had pulled up, but they didn't.
They didn't make it
because Pac got shot.
Right.
Going to that nightclub because those guys went and got a gun and went looking for them, and they found them at the red light, and that's when they shot.
Right. And the thing that I would love about young men, if I had to look back on Tupac, understanding my life now, Tupac was. Let's make sure we could. Tupac wasn't about that thug life. Tupac was one of the nicest kids you could ever imagine because he was what people I don't know if they know he was a background dancer to Digital Underground.
Yes, he was.
Right, he was poetic. He was giving
he went to
out
an art school.
Right,
he's an artist.
Yeah, he was trying to give out a positive message.
Yep.
And this is what happens with some men in their journey. You can meet the wrong people and you get influenced and you go down the wrong path of life. And then when Tupac went to jail, he was just looking for an OG to guide him. He was looking for help to guide him to get him on the right track, and that didn't happen. And it led.
Suge bailed him out, right?
Suge bailed him out. Got him out. Think about it. Suge bailed him out, and Tupac wasn't even out of jail a year, and he died.
Wow.
Oh yeah, he died while he was on bond.
Yeah, he was on bond. Yeah, he never even lived the whole year when he got out of jail.
Do you think that's why he had such extreme loyalty to Suge and Death Row? Because like Suge got him out of that situation, paid for his lawyers.
See, I'm gonna go deeper in life with you guys. See, I'm gonna talk about the universe.
Okay.
See, some people get it. Sometimes the universe will send you to jail to get your life together. and you got to stay there to say, I'm gonna get my life together.
Like Malcolm X.
Yeah, if you get out, you're going against the pattern of the universe. So it happened to my brother. He wound up dying when he got out because he didn't learn. Happened to Tupac. But in my lifetime, the only person that really got it was my guy out of Atlanta, the rapper that got the beautiful wife and got the baby.
Gucci Mane?
Gucci Mane.
Oh, yeah.
Ah.
Gucci Mane.
He went in fat as hell, drug addict,
right.
alcoholic, comes out fit as fuck. And
He's married to Keisha Kior.
Yeah,
from Jamaica.
He
good
got
example.
He got it. Gucci Mane got it. He went to prison and became a better man to the point people said Gucci Mane was cloned.
Yeah.
But he went there and became a better
That's such a good
fucking
point.
man.
Because I remember his tweets used to be fucking crazy, bro. Before he went to jail,
Bro.
he was showing up at restaurants with no shirt on, getting kicked out. He was always on drugs. He was always drunk and high and shit, and he was reckless, bro. Like, it was a very dark time. And I think jail saved him. He would have probably got killed if he never went to prison, bro.
So that's what I'm trying to say. You got to understand the universe, and the universe will do certain things to you, and you really have to take advantage. And I always use these examples. I always talk about Whitney Houston. See, the universe will give you so much talent, and they'll warn you and say, "Hey, we gonna give you another shot." And if you don't understand it, the universe will say, "Listen, I've done what I can with you. It's time to bring you back home, and I could give that talent to somebody else." Whitney Houston, Michael Jackson, Prince. These is just my theories, but I get deep with the world because I love life so much, and I'm connected, and I understand quantum physics. I understand the speed of light. I understand the energy of people when you walk in the room, right? These things truly exist. And I just want to give it to the universe while I'm breathing and let people know how you really can move a certain way and achieve life.
I have a question for you. Well, more of a statement. Keep it a bean, if you don't mind. Did he do it, or did he not?
So here's the thing, and I've been saying to people already. There's been so many people talking about Puffy touched my ass, Puffy coming to the door naked, but I believe that this shit does not become official until you see my man with the umbrella come forth. The guy who always held the umbrella over
something Bentley, Farnsworth Bentley.
Farnsworth Bentley. Now, if Farnsworth come out,
he used to be in all the music videos, bro.
I don't care what nobody else says.
Yeah, what the?
Yeah.
If Fonzie come out and he got on the interview with you guys, but he got the umbrella. And he's talking, he's telling you, believe him. Because he know everything that went down. But again.
Do you believe Cassie?
Cassie, did you read the indictment?
The civil case, I did read it.
Yeah, it was deep. It's you got to believe
too many details.
Too many details.
Okay.
The thing about Puff, and I think Puff was getting ready to understand energy, but it was too late.
Love.
See, because when he was starting to give everybody their publishing, he was trying to do right. Because I know he felt this coming. I knew he knew something was coming. And to you guys, the world, I'm going to tell you this very clearly. When you mess up one time on this planet, you got to do that much more good.
Yeah.
You got to do that much more good to balance the energy on this planet. Because if you keep doing bad, no matter what you do, you can't catch up to all the bad that you've given.
It's coming back full circle.
Yeah, so Puff's situation is when you hear all these people coming out with their information, it's so much, and I'm quite sure we ain't even got to the tip of it, right?
Yeah.
And when I look at him, Russell Simmons, these people who we was growing up, Bill Cosby, Weinstein. See, I came up with hustlers. I came up with men like Eric Von Zip, Frankie B, my nigga. I always talk about Haitian Jack, like. When we went out, we was leaders, not bosses. I always tell people all the time, when I hear people say they a boss, that's just a title, right? That means you just a boss. You got to be a leader. Do you lead the people, right? Yeah. So we lead the people. So when we was growing up and having a little bit of money, we took care of women. We made sure we put women on the right projective in life to achieve, because that's what men are for. We you're supposed to make a woman better. If you can't make a woman better within 6-7 months to a year, then you gotta let it go and let it pass off to somebody else that can better her life. But most men, you guys in your age group, y'all destroy women. You take from them. You get as much as you can from them, and then you tell her she ain't shit, and then she's affected for the rest of her life. And I meet these people. So now, instead of me trying to have a good time with them, I got to be a motivational speaker. I got to be a captain saver. I got to be a therapist, right? to get this woman back on track. Because the men I hear today haven't had OGs like me to give them game.
Yeah.
They're thinking every woman is horrible. But I'm not saying you treat every woman good, but you have enough wisdom on this planet to know which woman has the character of what you want. You can't do that to everybody, right?
Yeah,
right.
for sure.
But if you know character, you're like, oh, I can rock with her. She's sweet. She got a life together. Let me do right by her. And that's what we have to start putting out in the universe instead of this nonsense and this confusion, to see that men was putting pills in a woman's drink. I'm like, what, your vocabulary ain't cold? There's a thing called sapiosexual, right?
Yeah.
That you seduce a woman by her mind because of conversation. You don't have to put stuff in women's drinks to get them to do what you want to do. If your conversation's so cold, that is the Molly.
Yeah.
If your swag's so cold, that is the swag, right?
Yeah.
You know, I teach guys, and they call me simps on Facebook and Instagram, you know, because nobody's taught them the game. I always say, when you go out and you're at a club and you're talking to a young lady and you're taking up her time, you buy her a drink. Say, excuse me, sister, what you drinking? You buy her a drink. You ain't got to stay there with her. You buy her a drink and you're going about your business. If you're walking down the street with a young lady, you walk on the outside of the curve. So if cars are driving by, it shows that you're protecting the woman. These young motherfuckers are saying, let that bitch get hit by a car. I tell guys, when you get on the plane, you're taking a trip. You're supposed to let the woman sit by the window and you sit on the outside to protect her. They call me a simp. Talk about, yo, I pay for a ticket too. I want to look out the window.
I think the reason why they would say that is because, like, in your generation, like, women were actually women, right? They were feminine, they were docile. You would get that masculine energy to protect and provide and give that chivalry.
Yes.
But I would say, like, in today's day and age, with the way so many women are, how entitled they are, how masculine they are, etc., a lot of guys look at her like, she acts like a dude. Why am I even gonna,
that is so true too,
do something for her? So I see your perspective, but I also see the modern perspective, and I think it's because the gender lines are so blurred now that guys don't know that they need to be a man all the time, even if the chick is masculine.
But that's why I was saying to you, right? So because I'm going to say something to you because you're my friend now.
Okay.
I want you to listen to comprehend. Not listen to reply.
Okay.
That's why I say character. Know who to do it
Of
for.
Of course.
Right?
Yep.
Because there are women like that, but you don't do that for that woman.
I agree.
But if you see an opening that you can give that person knowledge, you say, you know what? May I make a suggestion? And you try to get a sister to try to start being soft.
Yeah.
Try to stop using profanity all the time. Start talking like a man. I was talking about that on stage the other night. Don't no man want to go to bed. The girl is beautiful, right? But you say, good night, baby. And she go, good night, bro. But the women don't want to hear it, right?
Yeah.
The women get mad. Oh, you ain't going to tell me how to talk and all that. No, baby, I just want you to be soft because we need you out here. And that's what I want men to start telling our sisters and our women.
Chivalry is earned.
Yes, come on,
Chivalry is
baby.
earned,
We need you. We need you to be soft. I want to be a man for you.
But TK, I'm not gonna lie, brother. I like the window seat. Hold on. You have a segment that I watch, actually. Men are the new women.
Yes.
You could explain that to the audience real quick.
Well, men want to be taken care of.
Yeah.
Men meet women now to be taken care of, to be stay-home dads.
Yeah, that's terrible.
You got men,
Terrible.
you got women walk at work, and you got the men walking the dogs. And it ain't even a big dog.
50-50.
Yeah.
You know, it's a little
It's a fucking
dog.
poodle or some shit.
Motherfuckers is really walking.
Yeah.
Touching the dog's head, right? And calling the woman at work about, I ran your errands for you.
Yeah,
I
that's
dropped this
crazy,
off
bro.
at FedEx.
What time you gonna be home?
Right, what time you gonna be home? I'm gonna pick this up for you later on. Now, here's the thing. Me being in my 60s, I can't change the world.
Yeah.
I see the world changing. I don't know if this is the way it's supposed to be, guys. I don't know. I don't know. I don't have all the answers, right? but I've seen it change. I've seen something happen that I cannot explain, and it doesn't look good on so many levels.
It's bad.
Yeah. It's bad.
Real bad.
I got a question.
Honest, it's bad.
Going back to the Puffy thing, right? Obviously, it's all over the news, etc. The one thing that's really, and I want to get your take on this, that's really interesting to me is like no one has come out to his defense in the industry. Like nobody. Like I remember when Michael Jackson got accused.
People think you're supposed to come to defense, but that's not the way the world works.
No?
Nah.
But people came out when Michael got accused, when Michael Jackson got accused, even when R. Kelly got accused, people came in and said these girls are lying. Blah,
Kobe
blah, blah.
too.
Like Kobe, of course, yeah. But no one said anything for Diddy, which is weird to me.
Some people are saying that Puffy didn't do it. But here's the thing about being a man. Yeah, I've heard it. I've seen a couple things. Here's the thing about being a man. When you catch a case, you're on your own.
Yeah.
This is law.
Yeah.
This is law. We live in a world today, once it's out, you're guilty anyway.
Yeah, unfortunately. Social media. Yeah.
You're done.
News.
You're done. So even if somebody came to your rescue, it's not going to help any. A man, when he gets in trouble, I've learned this the hard way. Because I did all my shit in the 90s before social media.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah.
You got to be a man. And you deal with it. You handle it like a man. And you let the chips fall as they may. And then once it's all over, you go through life and face your issues head on like a man. And the things that you've done, you accept it, and you go about your business, and then you change. So if Puffy beats this thing, move on with your life, stay focused as a man, raise your children, and we live in a world that after 3 weeks, a month, a year, nobody will give.
Yeah, they forget.
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares.
Let me ask you this: have you ever been to any of the parties, or?
I've never been to any of Puffy's parties.
Never been to any of his parties.
I'm not a party guy, to be honest with you. I'm a lounge guy.
Gotcha.
You know, I want to get nice and have a bad bitch breathing on me with a bottle of champagne in the cut.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't go, if somebody tells me everybody goes there, I go the opposite direction.
Okay.
You made another segment. Is she a liability? How do you find a bad chick?
Oh, wait, nigga, wait. I want to add one more question before you completely switch it.
Okay.
Do you think it's true? Do you think the allegations are true? Obviously, there's been like
I think it's too many people saying something that is all the same thing.
Okay. The corroboration has you what the hell's going on
Maybe
here?
one person could say something.
Okay.
You go, that motherfucker just a hater.
Yeah.
Too many people.
Too many people come forward. Okay.
Too many. Don't get me wrong. I know some people lie. Some people lie just to be clickbaiting and have their name out there, right?
Of course.
It's just too many things. But I've also learned in life is I just want Puff to be okay. And the reason why I say that, in the 90s, I had caught a case. Matter of fact, I had kind of like Rob Puffy in 1998. True story.
Wait, what?
Yeah, in 1998, it was a thing called attempted grand larceny.
Okay.
And we used his credit card to buy some jewelry and shit. You know, no, true story.
Oh shit.
And
well, you knew him since what, like 95 or something? You said you knew him
Puff
before
when he first got started. I mean, Puff and I was cool. I mean, Puff was like T to the motherfucker K, but I never hung out with him at parties. I just wasn't a partying kind of guy.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
okay.
that's just to me. And I did some wrong stuff with my cousin, Lawrence Cates. I love him. We still tight to this day. I had my whole family involved, and one thing led to another. And you learn to live to be a great person. And if you know my past, I wasn't bad. I was just making mistakes as a youngster. It took me a minute to grow up. But like I said, I've lived long enough now to have...
Did you beat the case, or
Yeah, I beat the case.
Okay.
Yeah, I beat the case.
So you used Puffy's credit cards and bought like some jewelry with it?
No, we didn't actually get the jewelry. See, everybody got played. So this is the universe again.
Okay.
I got the credit card information to buy some jewelry. The jewelry store never ran the credit card.
Oh.
They used it for publicity to promote their jewelry store.
Oh.
Yeah, it was crazy.
What the hell?
The detectives... It was opportunity for them because this when Puffy had the #1 album in the country, right?
I'm trying to think, what year is this?
This is 1997, 1998.
Okay.
I forgot the name of the songs, but he was doing this thing, and
this is after Big died, right?
Just after Big died.
Okay, it was the album where I'll be watching, I'll be missing you. It was that album.
Whatever album was.
I forget the name of
right?
it, but continue.
You know,
Sorry.
whatever album was.
99.
More money, more problems.
Yeah, it might be more money, but whatever the situation was. And I beat that case, and when I took a plea deal because I had another felony in California. And what they had in New York was a thing called predicate felon.
Ah, yes.
And predicate felon is no matter where you are in the world, you catch another case within a year, and it's a felony, where you get caught at, that's mandatory 4 to 6. But I hired some attorneys out of Long Island named Frank Capitello and Tony Matteo and Frank Capitello, 2 Italian attorneys out of Long Island that helped me get my plea deal taken off the table. During that time, I'm in Rikers Island because I took my deal off the table. The judge reprimanded me, sent me to Rikers Island.
Oh God!
So I'm in Rikers
worst jails
Island.
ever.
Yeah, I can handle it. People knew me up there, so it was cool. While I'm up there, though, I'll tell you how this is all universe now. Watch where I'm going. Puffy, Shine, and Jennifer Lopez get in a shooting
at the club
in New York City.
Wow. So you were locked up when that happened?
I was locked up. But watch this. The same prosecutors come to Rikers Island to ask me, could I testify against Puff to say I saw him with the gun in the club.
Damn.
But you weren't there.
I wasn't there.
What the fuck?
That's my point.
That's messed up.
So my attorney said to me, T, do you want to help out they might let you out. And I said, well, get me out of here. We could talk about it. So they came up a couple of days with the cars and shit and, took me back down to the Tombs. Tombs is in Manhattan, one set of in Manhattan.
Okay, so it's another jail that's an offshoot of Rikers where they transport you for court and shit. Yeah.
So they took me back downtown.
Gotcha.
So 3 days we was going to the club and you got to read between the lines, and they was pretty much saying, you were standing here, and I'm like, I was standing here, but they can't tell you. You have to read between the lines. But during that time, I was eating pizza and sandwiches. I was playing them the whole time. I was like, I can't remember. I'm hungry. I need to eat. I'm doing all that.
Yeah.
So they take me back to Rikers, and I think a week later or something, they came to ask me, was I going to testify against Puff? And I was like, nah, I'm good. Yeah, I'm good, because I'm not that kind of dude. You know what I'm saying? And,
did he testify against you to get you jammed up?
He was coming to testify against me.
He was going to testify against you for that credit card thing.
He sure was. I swear to God, he was coming. My attorneys told me.
If you had went to trial, he would have taken a stand against you.
He was going to take the stand and go against me. Yes, they told me that. They said Puff is coming to testify against you. Wow. He sure was. But
did he feel betrayed or something? Because y'all were cool, right? We
was cool. And here's the thing about a man. I was wrong. Fair. At the end of the day, I was wrong. I'm not one of those guys who lie and say, oh, he a bitch nigga and he shouldn't have did that to me. Nah, I was wrong, dog. And whatever was going to happen to me should have happened. But I fought for my life, and I fought to want to become a great man. And so I fought because I had made a mistake. A lot of people make mistakes and they can't get out of their situation.
Yeah.
It just so happened I had money. Even though I was crazy, I still was rich.
Okay.
So I was still doing things, and I was able to get
good lawyers.
Good lawyers, because that's what it comes down to.
Yeah,
if you ain't got good lawyers, dog, you done. You done. So I was able to pay for my attorneys. I did right.
How long did you end up serving for that charge?
I never went to jail. I wound up getting 5 years probation.
Okay, so you were only in Rikers pending your case.
Exactly.
So how long were you?
I was in there. She's put me in there twice. So 60 days, 30 days one time, 30 days the other.
Damn.
Okay.
But let me explain to you how beautiful my life is. When she let me out, 2 days later, I was on tour with the Rough Riders and the Cash Money Millionaires doing
so you posted bond.
Tour.
Got it. So you
I was already on bond. She just reprimanded me because I took my deal off the table, my plea deal, and brought new attorneys in, and that pissed her off.
Oh.
She got mad at me that I didn't take the deal.
So just so I understand. Okay, so
and she changed my life too. Believe it or not,
you get arrested for the credit card fraud stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You get arrested. You spend 30 days in jail. You post bond. You get out.
No, I was already on bond. I was already arrested. I had already turned myself in.
Okay.
So when we were fighting this case, after maybe 6-7 months, I took a deal.
Okay.
Of the advice of another attorney.
Yeah. You took the plea deal.
Yeah, I fired that attorney and brought in 2 new attorneys.
Okay.
When I did that, she was pissed.
She got mad because now they got to push court back and shit.
Exactly.
So she probably held you in contempt of
Send
court.
this motherfucker to reprimand on the Rikers.
So you go to Rikers for 60 days for that.
30 days the first time.
Okay, and then you got reprimanded again to go to other 30 days?
Some others, because my attorney came late, so she locked me the fuck up.
Wow.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy.
Damn.
All this happened in the 90s. But I tell these stories not to be a gangster. I tell these stories so men can make better choices with their life, and women, because at the end of the day, I promise you, it's not worth it.
Yeah.
I hate that I went
Lessons
through all this
learned.
shit because it embarrassed my mother. So when you talk about Puff, it's not him who I think about. It's the mother. See, when you got a mom that loves you and they see you grow to become something, and they talk to their people when they go get their manicure and pedicure, when they go to church.
It's my son.
Right,
Yeah.
my son. Like, they so proud of you.
Yeah.
And then this shit happens. It's like, it hurts your mother so bad that you can't explain. My mom, when this happened, didn't go to church for 6 months.
It's shameful.
Yeah, didn't go get.
Yeah, because they're gonna ask her about how's TK doing, and
Exactly.
then what's she gonna say? He's on Rikers Island.
And then depending on how strong your mother is, and all mothers, no matter they strong, but they still bad. My stuff is